Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the shop. Thought I'd do a little favorite tool video this morning. Today's February 1st, 2018. I'll be working on fiberglass stuff today. Joy. Just love that stuff. Man, I'm glad this is not a fiberglass airplane. That's the cap for the, what is that the cap for? I think that's for the rudder that's laying right there behind it. Previous builder that I got this kit from had done the horizontal, which I've got all the parts ordered. I'm going to redo that. It just was not in very good shape, so I'm redoing that. And he had painted a bunch of stuff, so the guy that bought it after him had stripped it, and so I'm cleaning up a few more things. But anyway, that'll be what I'm working on today. But back to the tools. Thought I'd show. I did the RV6 and finished that about 8 years ago, and I kept all my tools, which I'm really glad I did. When I finished that, I wasn't really planning on building another airplane, but this just kind of came along, and so here I am on a 10. But anyway, I've never had a hand squeezer, any version. The main squeeze from Cleveland, which I think is a nice squeezer. I think I've used that at the shop up there a couple of times, but don't really have much experience with it. I started out with the pneumatic squeezer and never looked back, and man, I love it. That thing is so easy to handle. You can operate it one-handed and hold parts with the other hand, and it just works really good. I can't imagine it. I have a lot of respect for the guys that are doing this with the hand squeezer. It's tough enough to do it without worrying about the alignment and all that. Well, if you got both hands on that hand squeezer, that just really occupies you and your ability to control anything else, I think. But anyway, wouldn't live without that pneumatic squeezer. That's the flange yoke on there, so that you can get around a flange of an angle or whatever. That thing's really handy, and most of the time you can just leave that on there and go with that. But I've also got that's the standard yoke there, the smaller one, and then the deep throat yoke, which gets into a lot of other places. It doesn't have the hole in it, so that limits you just a little bit. But and then I thought I'd talk about bucking bars. I borrowed that little tungsten bar. That's what this one is here. That thing is really heavy compared to it. It's probably heavier than that bar. I'd have to weigh them to tell you, but it's so small and gets into so many spots, and it's so heavy that it works really well. I wouldn't have probably bought one of them, but I borrowed that, and I forget what I needed it for. And at first, even after I borrowed it, and I can keep it while I'm building this kit, because the guy I borrowed it from, his 10 is finished. But I didn't even think, well, yeah, I got that. I probably won't even use it. But man, the more I use it, the more I like it. It works really good. And then a collection of bucking bars. There's lots of. I've got 2 more bars. One of them I can't even find. A little tiny bar that. It's got a few spots where it's useful, but nothing. If you like collecting tools, you should build an airplane. And then Cleco pliers, I've got at least 3 pairs. When you go to the fly markets in Oshkosh and whatever, try them on. They're like shoes. They don't all fit the same. You're going to find a pair that you think fits your hand good, and you're going to like them. Of those 3, there's one there that I like, and the others just kind of are the red-headed stepchild that don't get used much, unless I can't find the favorite one. And then a really nice small drill. That was definitely not the cheapest, smallest drill. There was one more, I think, top of the line when I bought that. That thing's probably, what now, 20, 25 years old. I think I started the 6 kit back in, must have been before the year 2000. I forget when I started it. But anyway. That's it, I guess. Kind of rambling. If you got questions or comments about tools or techniques or stuff you've seen so far, don't hesitate to ask in the comments, and I'll get back to you. Be happy to share my experience and whatever knowledge I have for what it's worth. See you next time.